life goes, every way in which a way. But who knows, will we ever see a better day? So I chose to focus on the straightaway. The shit is seeming lovely, the shit is seeming lovely.
Sports God TV broadcasting from DC. Like and subscribe if you're really trying to see me. Oh, what a feeling talking sports like religion. No cap over here, man. It's all about business. Share the content. Jump in the comments. Let's get it cracking. Alright, man. We got week number 13 recap and week 14 predictions. And I am going to get right into that now. So starting out with these Thanksgiving games, first and foremost, man, I want to thank my subscribers once again. When I total out the 9 games that I picked from the Thanksgiving slate on to Sunday, your boy went 6-3, which is obviously a good look. The Thanksgiving games now. The first game was the Detroit Lions versus the Chicago Bears. I had picked the Lions for the spread, but I did mention, not for the spread, but for the over. Man, it was crazy. The Bears had the rock, 23-20, 30 plus seconds left, going right there, almost in field goal range to be able to either kick the field goal or go up on the Lions, and it easily would have been over. If they kick the field goal, make the field goal, it's 23-23. That's 46. The total was 47.5. Somebody has to score in overtime. The game easily goes over. Crappy way to lose that bet, right? And then we had the Dallas Cowboys versus the New York Giants. And the Cowboys was favored 3.5. I told y'all guys take the Cowboys minus the 3.5, which I did on the spread. And Dallas won 27-20. The Packers versus the Dolphins. The Packers were 3.5 point favorites. I also said take that spread, and the Packers handled business at home, 30-17. All right. And then when he moved to Sunday, we had the Atlanta Falcons versus the Atlanta Falcons had played the Chargers. And the Falcons were favored by 1 point at home. And they lost the spread. I took the spread. I did mention the under. The total I felt like was super high, but for some reason I leaned more towards the spread, thinking that the Falcons would get the job done at home. I should have known better. A John Harbaugh team is way more physical than a finesse type of team as the Falcons is. And Kirk Cousins was just throwing the ball over, turning the ball over again. Captain Kirk. Then we had the Steelers versus the Bengals. I told y'all to take the Steelers, and I took the Steelers plus the 3 points. Anytime you could get points with the Steelers, it's almost a lock, and the Steelers won outright, 44-38. Then you had my Commanders versus the Tennessee Titans, which the Commanders were favored by a touchdown, and I said take the Commanders, and the Commanders did more than, no, they were favored by -5, and I thought they would win by a touchdown, but they smashed the Tennessee Titans by more than just a touchdown, 42-19. Commanders rolled. Then we had the Ravens versus the Eagles. I felt like the Ravens could get the job done at home. They was favored by 3 at home. I took the spread and lost. The Eagles won outright, 24-19. And then that late game that night was the Bills versus the 49ers. Obviously, I was mentioning about the weather being a factor, and it was a factor. McCaffrey went down. Mason went down. San Francisco just beat up. They done. It's over. Their window is closed. They had their shine, 4 straight NFC championship games. Went to the Super Bowls. Just couldn't get a job done. Their window is now closed. I told y'all to pick the Bills on the money line. The Bills rolled 35-10. Moving on to week number 14. You guys already know I start off on my Thursday night games, and we got a dandy. We got a freaking awesome game between the division rival Green Bay Packers versus the Detroit Lions. Prime Video in Detroit. Packers are 9-3, 4-1 away from Lambeau. The Lions are 11-1 and 5-1 at the house. Lions are favored by 3. Total was at 52.5. Now, this could be an explosive game. I mean, the Lions underperformed in my book when it came to the total for the Thanksgiving game. I will go right back to the total, 52.5. I'm taking the total to go over 52.5. All right, moving on to Sunday. Let me see. My Commanders got a bye week, so I'm just going to pick a few games that I think that's necessary. Let's go with the 6-6 Atlanta Falcons, 3-2 away from the crib, going into Kirk Cousins' old home. The Minnesota Vikings, 10-2, 5-1 at the crib. They are 5.5-point favorites, and I think they shake up Kirk Cousins. I think they come right after him. I think the Minnesota Vikings are legit. They won a lot of games, close games. I think like 7 games, there's one-score type games, and they find a way to win. I think they do enough defensively to shake up Kirk Cousins, and Kirk may throw 2-3 picks easily. And so I'm going to take the Vikings minus the 5.5. All right. Then you got not really a great slate, but you got another divisional game that's meaningful. You got the 7-5 Seattle Seahawks, who are 4-1 away from the house, and the Arizona Cardinals 6-6 and 4-2 at the crib. The Cardinals are 2.5-point favorites at the house. They did beat the Seahawks earlier this year, I believe. The total sitting at 44.5. Give me the Seattle Seahawks plus the 2.5. Then you got the 10-2 Buffalo Bills, 4-2 away from the house, sliding out to LA to face the 6-6 Rams, who are 3-3 at the house. Buffalo is 3.5-point favorites. Total is at 49.5. The total could go over on the total, but I lean more towards the money line for Buffalo. I think right now they are on a mission, and they do want to compete with Kansas City when it comes to having home field advantage in the playoffs. If Buffalo has home field advantage in the playoffs, in that weather, in that stadium, that team be juiced, the weather is right for them, I think that they go to the Super Bowl if they got home field advantage. Give me the Bills on the money line. And then you got a late night dandy between the Chargers, 8-4, 4-2 away from the crib, going into Kansas City, 11-1, 6-0 at the house. They always find a way to win. They are favored by 4. Give me, and I'm about to say this, give me the Chargers plus the 4. You already know who it is, man. It's your boy, Sports Guy TV, where we talk sports like religion, and I'm out. Till the next time.